What's up, everybody? Sorry for the short notice of Q&A Sunday, but my schedule has been kind of hectic today and couldn't quite get it right. So I had to get it in where I fit it in today. So let me turn that down. Welcome, welcome. Give everybody a few minutes to get up in here. Again, it's short notice. If some of you guys get the alerts, appreciate it. Give you guys a few minutes to get up in here. Give people actually a little more time to get up in here because this was been a hectic day today. Not a hectic, but busy day. What's going on? What's the temperature here today? It is what? 88? 90 degrees today. 90 degrees. What's up, Life for a Business? What's going on? First one up in here. Turn that to vibrate. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday, a happy Sunday. Fix this shirt all crooked. Sonny the Great, what's going on? I'm sure that's true. Hold on, let me turn this AC on. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes. 1 second here. %of the immigrants, they sure are, because they came over here paying everything in cash, while the majority of Americans live life on credit. What's going on? What's up, Nicer? NC Biggs, R Carp. Got the notification. You know what's so crazy, R Carp? I just started it just now. And now the alerts come now. Maybe the alerts are coming out faster now when you start, because first when I started immediately, nobody was getting alerts. So that's why I gave a heads up notice, but whatever. I don't own YouTube, whatever. SS Excels, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. All right, we're about 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. We're going to go to, since it was a short notice, we're going to go to 4 minutes, okay? 4 minutes before we get started. And tell you guys what consists of Q&A Sundays, what's it for, and who's it for. Okay. What's up, Amina? Hello, welcome. Glad you could join us. I did go into the Discord server and let everybody know up in there that we're going on. Hello, Fred. Welcome. All right, we're going to get started in about 30 seconds. Man, I love technology. Just think 10 years ago, we couldn't just get on live and just be everywhere at one time. You know, that's crazy. It's just amazing. I love technology. What's up, Jewel? Hello. Glad you could make it. How you doing? Get up in here. We're going to get started in about 15 seconds. All right. Get my pad and paper ready, because sometimes you guys be giving me ideas. All right. All right. Welcome. Welcome. My name is LJ Young. I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes in financing things that go down in value, down, and wondering why they're living paycheck to paycheck. This is where I lived for the first 40 years of my life until I started trusting mathematics. Once I applied the math that I learned in grade school to my finances, I got out of debt. And then I became truly free, financially free. And then once I was free, I couldn't help but share this with everybody else. And how I help other people, I do this by exposing what I call glitches in the debt matrix. And the glitches are things that don't make mathematical sense, yet people keep doing them. Like financing cars that go down in value, believing you're a homeowner with a 40-year mortgage, believing you got a car on sale after you finance it for 84 months, things of that nature. And I kind of point that things out, but I do it very simply with just mathematics. Again, the math that I learned in grade school. So people that believe that they needed to have an accounting degree or some kind of financial background to understand money. Now, once I show you how to do this to get out of debt, you will realize people's titles don't matter. Anybody, it's like people with accounting degrees and financial degrees, it doesn't matter. If they're in debt, they have no idea what they're talking about if they're in personal debt. All right. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Right. But anyway, today is Q&A Sundays. And what that means is that this day is for you guys. This is for the new people. This is for anybody that may want to ask me a question. Anybody want to ask part of the SMD family. Now, the SMD family is the Savings Minus Debt SMD family, right? So we all know and understand that in order to be successful, you have to have the basic foundation, financial foundation. What is that? Trusting mathematics. Once you trust math, everything is easy peasy after that. But if you come in here, you got to understand everything is based on mathematics. So you can ask me, you can ask other SMD family members. You can see by the symbol, the majority of the family members have the symbol by there as the private. So the YouTube members only group. So you can kind of identify them. All right. So this day is about you guys. So any questions of me? Okay. Any questions that you may have, you can, oh yeah, let me put this up here. My bad. If you want to jump on the line and tell us your story, here's that. All right. There's that. There's the link. So you can join the conversation. You don't have to get on camera. Okay. That's not a requirement. All right. And here, if you want to join the members only group, there's a link in the details of this video. Also, I will post the link here. If you want to join the members only group, the YouTube only group, it's only $4.99 a month. You can join anytime. So any questions? Okay. NC Big says game days tomorrow, LJ chapter 7 time. Hey man, I'm happy for you. You got to be excited, NC. You got to be excited. Got to be excited. You about to be free. What's up, SOBC? I didn't see you sneak up in here. What's going on, man? What's going on? I'm taking it slow today with some ginger tea. I know I keep hearing about that. I might have to start drinking some of that. I hear that a lot. People saying, hey, you got to put some ginger in your tea and ginger tea, blah, blah, blah. So any questions? If you're new in the background, please don't be shy. I know you see the regulars chit-chatting on the comments. Nobody's going to tear you apart. You know, nobody's going to say your question. Don't think your question's a dumb question. Every question is a valid question, okay? But it's going to be justified with mathematics, all right? Now, I'm gonna be chit-chatting about a few things, okay? So you guys can interrupt me at any time and ask me a question in the comments or come on. But we had I don't know if you caught yesterday's show, and I'm not going to harp on it too much, but I was thinking about that. Now, Herbert, I was thinking I was thinking about it more and more as I was listening to it. Then I made a clip of it. Then I was listening to it as I was making a clip. When I really listened to it, it sounded as if he had already bought that car. Really, it sounded like I wish I would have said, you already bought it, because I can tell by the way you're talking. It just didn't make any sense. But that was the first time I've ever seen somebody slip back into the debt matrix. But it also made me wonder this. When you do what it takes to get out of debt, you see how hard it is. You see all your checks going to pay off debt. You wouldn't go back into debt. So it makes me think, was he really out of debt in the first place? Because I promise you, you don't go back. That is, financing a car is not an option. That you just don't wake up and say, hey man, you know what? I'm gonna do it because of safety. I'm gonna do it because no, that doesn't. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. So, like, again, I'm not going to harp on that, but it surprised me. Okay, that was very surprising. I'm not going to just keep jumping all over him again, but I commend him for jumping on the panel and telling us. That blew me away in itself to come on there. So what's up, Uncle? If I join the members only group, cannot see the old member only video? Yeah, you can see all the videos. Okay, so I have a special group. So when you join, like right now, Uncle, if you go to my playlist, you will see a playlist titled members only or north of zero videos. You can go in there and see how many videos are in there right now. You can go check them out, but you can't watch them. You can see them, but you can't watch them. So you can go and check out what's in there. If you're interested, go in there and check it out. SS Excel says good for gut and mood. Okay, makes you damn near poop water if you drink too much in a week. Okay, all right. What's up, Dave? How you doing, man? Long time no see. When people get out of debt, you feel like you're superpowered. Yeah, exactly. With the sense of freedom, it's easy to go back into. It's easy to go. It's easy to go back into debt. Yeah, but once you get out of debt, that just won't happen. I mean, you guys will never catch me talking about, hey, man, I really needed this Cadillac Escalade really bad, man, because my truck is a 95. That Escalade's a 2020, et cetera, et cetera. You would never catch me saying that, ever. So any questions? Yeah, thank you, SS, man. Please like the stream. Let me put this up here so you guys can see. Please hit that like button. Please don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate it. And those of you that have sent me CashApp donations, thank you. Thank you. Even when I'm not online and just putting the notes in there, I appreciate you. All right. Thank you very much. But I don't know, like sometimes when you CashApp me, it's usually a different name. So I don't know who it's from. So if you can put it in the notes who you are, give me your YouTube name or maybe your email name, your real name, I'll know. But sometimes I have to wait till you respond or tell me that you sent it to me before I can just give you I just want to know who it is. It's Big says, I noticed Cosmic Wisdom's first and second video isn't in the members only. It isn't. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. I will make sure it's in there. Thank you, NC Biggs, because I was trying to go through all the videos, but I will place Cosmics in there because her videos most definitely need to be in there for sure. Her ass been busy. She been doing that rehab house and doing all kind of crazy stuff because you guys know she's always up in here. Uncle says, I am watching you with a friend. Please explain why financing a car is such a terrible idea. Okay. All right. Well, we do it mathematically. Okay. So, man, how can you say okay. First of all, you never finance things that go down in value. So let me give you an example. So when you go on a car lot and you see a car for sale, well, okay, we're going to go all the way back. First of all, add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have for a car. All right. Let's do that one more time. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have for a car. If your finances are in the negative, you have absolutely no money for a car. But if you don't trust mathematics and you still believe you want a car, okay, you go ahead and step on the lot. So you stepping on the lot knowing your finances are in the negative. All right, that's number one right off the bat. So you walk on the lot and say, hey, I want that $30,000 car on sale. Second of all, nobody gets a finance car on sale when you finance it for 72 months. Nobody in the world. But if you believe that, you already don't. Usually people don't even know that because their finances are in the negative. So you're going to finance a $30,000 car. That $30,000 is going to add to your negative number already. Okay. So you get on there. Now you're financing it for 72 months. So when the car, everybody knows cars go down in value. Okay. Now, the majority of people believe that cars go down in value when you drive off the lot. No, it goes down in value as soon as you step on the lot because your finances are in a negative. So as soon as you step on the lot, it's going down in value. So when you finally drive it off the lot, it goes down in value, and then it goes up in value for the bank at the same time due to interest. So down in value for you, up in interest at the same time. It creates this gap, right? It goes like this at the same time. Now there's a gap between this and this, right? This is where they offer you gap insurance. That's for people. That's where the word gap comes from. A lot of people with gap insurance don't understand where it comes from. That's the gap. Gap insurance is for people that don't know. So you pay for a car, interest, and gap insurance and regular insurance. So it's just like triple, quadruple. That's why it's bad, like financial suicide bad to finance a car. I hope that makes sense. If it didn't, please ask me another question, okay? Sonny the Great, I took out a $5,500 student loan. I feel the pain. I never make that mistake again. Yeah, I took out like 30,000. So don't feel bad about your 55. Just get rid of it. Do what you need to do. Hey, Sonny the Great, if you got a retirement right now, if you got any money in retirement, I would go into my retirement, pull out the money, and pay off my student loan, because right now at the moment there's no 10% penalty if you pull out your retirement money. Gabriel says, LJ, is better to wait for the car market goes down. I buy wait till it go down. Wait till it go down. What's up, Mustafa? What's going on, man? Check your email when you get a chance, Mr. I did. I responded to you, Mustafa. Did you get the reply? I did respond to you. So check that out. I responded to you just before I went live. So thank you, Nicer. Appreciate it. I haven't seen you in a minute, man. I went to Amazon and checked out your books, man. I checked out. Man, hey, I want that signed copy. I do. That finance one you was telling me about. I want that one. I want to read that one. So any other questions? Uncle, please let me know if I answered that question properly, because I know I be talking fast sometimes. Okay, so I want to make sure. Any questions? SS says, bop me in the head with mathematics. LJ, question, do you even like math or what? I love math. I love math. I love math. Math is always right. I love math. Leroy says, would you recommend someone take another job for a short term to fund a business venture? I would have to see their personal finances first. Is this person in debt? If the person is not in debt, hey, do what you need to do to get your business off the ground. But if you're in debt, I would suggest them get a second job to pay off their debt first. First, I always tell this, before you go into business, make sure the business of you is up and running. And you're probably thinking, what does that mean? Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money it equals. If you are personally in business right now, if your finances are in the negative, you personally are not in business. If you are not in business personally, you're definitely not going to take a business outside of yourself more serious than yourself. So get yourself into business first by getting out of the negative. I promise you, once you bring yourself out of the negative, when you go into business, you will understand that world way better. I promise you. Okay. Sonny the Great says, I'm 22. I doubt I have money in okay, yeah, you young. Yeah, never mind that. You're 22. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, 22, stay out of debt, okay? Gabriel's 19, all right? If you ever want some financial advice from a person closer to your age, talk to Gabriel, all right? Now, if you got a credit card, don't tell him. All right, don't tell him you got a credit card. Just say you just use a debit card, because he wishes death upon people with credit cards, death upon you. And he'll say it in Spanish too. All right. So just be careful. Oh, shout out to Mustafa for the $20 super chat. Thank you, sir. Okay, check your email when you get a chance. I was going to Cash App you, but it's here now. I wish you prosperity in your endeavors. Okay, appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, yeah, check your email because I did respond to you because I read your thing there. I read everything you was doing, man. I love I do love it when you guys give me some updates on your progress because I want you guys all to be successful and free. I really do, man. I want you to all to be free. I want you to be. I'm glad you didn't fall off. All right, I'm glad because a lot of people, not a lot of people, some people get with me and then I never hear from them again. Doesn't mean they fell off. Maybe they just took off. Maybe they just took off and went on their own. Who knows? But Dave says we love math here, just not personal debt. Correct. Just not. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, sir. Sometimes I forget. I got to say it a certain way. I do love math, just not personal debt. Dominique Stokes, what's going on? I hate math, but it come to money. It come to money. Count me in. You know what? All you need to know is just basic math. The math we learned in grade school. You don't even really have to know math. You just if you have a calculator, you don't need to know math. You just need to know the numbers to put in the calculator. Okay. What's up, Joseph? What's going on? Welcome. Leroy says, how many bank accounts should one have in your opinion? It counts on what you're doing. I only have one. I only have one bank account. No, I have two. I have two bank accounts. I have two bank accounts. Gabriel says, LJ, why do you think there's poverty around the world if people in the middle class look rich? You said it. They look rich. That don't mean they are rich. They look rich. That's the problem. You just said it, Gabriel. They look rich. Okay. They are not rich. And you know as well as I know, Gabriel, lower class, middle class, upper class, they don't even exist. So if you ever hear somebody say they're in middle class, they're in the upper class, you got to wonder, they must be in debt because they're talking about classes that don't even exist. There's only two classes. The debt class and the non-debt class. That's it. No other classes exist. The lower class, middle class, upper class, those classes are illusions that only exist to people in debt inside the debt matrix. That's it. They don't exist anywhere else. Only people in debt believe classes exist. Okay. Math and me are best friends. Has to. Hey, man, it got to be. And it's just grade school math, SS. You don't need to know calculus and trigonometry. Nope, just basic math. That's it. Sonny the Gray says, I repeat some of your math talk points on Facebook. A mob of debt slaves started calling me a hater. Hey, Gabriel, see, look at Sonny. Look at Sonny. Now, Gabriel used to do the same thing. He said he just stopped. You got to, hey, Sonny, you got to stop because slaves will attack you. The slave, even though your math is right, slaves will fully attack you. You cannot do that, especially on Facebook. No, sir. You can't do that. Don't do that. Dave says, if you substitute money into math equation, it makes it more easier for people to like and figure out. Math and money, let me tell you guys something. Math and money are one. If math didn't exist, we wouldn't have the ability to count money. We would just see a stack of paper, green pieces of paper, wouldn't know what to do with it, right? The only thing that can separate math from money are feelings, how you feel about math. But at the same time, math doesn't care about how anyone feels, okay? All right, Gabriel says, LJ, do you think everything will be like it? Do you think everything will be like if COVID never happens? My personal belief, and this is my opinion, this had to happen to change the whole economy around the world. This had to happen. Okay. It had to happen. When you're debt free, this is a very lucky time to be in. Don't get me wrong. Outside of this channel, I will never tell, hey man, this is a good time to be in because slaves won't understand why it's a good time, even if you explained it to them. This is a wonderful time. This is the new economy being born. And I suggest anybody in this room get to zero ASAP. Before 2021 begins, get to zero ASAP. Okay? Come see me, SavingsMinusDebt.com, scrolling on the bottom. Fred says, even though there has been some tough days, I always try to be positive and excited about getting out of debt. You have to, man. Keep doing it. You'll thank yourself for the rest of your life. I will always be happy for the rest of my life that I got out of debt. Thank God I was out of debt when this epidemic hit. Oh man, I couldn't even imagine if I was deep in debt in this pandemic. Oh, I'd be panicked. Totally panicked. Leroy says, should I keep a load of cash stashed away at the crib under the mattress? I would. I would most definitely keep cash. I would definitely do that for sure. Nicer says, Gabriel, there are places in the world rich in natural resources, but do not practice capitalism. Okay, so they get labeled as poverty. Oh, good point, Nicer. I'd never looked at it that way. Thank you, Nicer, for saying that. That is a very good point. Leroy says, one thing I learned as a man is that it's not expensive for you to look nice. It's not expensive to live at all. Once you get out of, put it this way, once you guys get out of debt, you will see life is not expensive at all. Life is not even expensive. It's not even expensive. When you get out of debt, you will automatically, for me, I automatically started looking to do my passion, which is this. This is my passion. I will do this until I'm dead. I will do this until I'm dead. I will help people change their lives, their financial lives, until I am dead. Dominique says, it's crazy that I said I hate math, but I actually like statistics. You can't, and when you say, never say I hate math when you're talking about money. Don't ever say that around people, because you never know. Like if I was around somebody and they were talking about money and they said they hated math, that would tell me about their finances, because you must know math to know your finances, right? You have to. Dave says, my sister is 50 years old and has never been out of credit card debt in her adult life until this year. She still has a car payment, but CC debt. Okay, she still has credit card debt. She can't describe the feeling. Wow, that's crazy. Gabriel says, there's more cash advance than McDonald's. They do slaves dirty. There's more cash advance than cash advance places, you mean? Oh, those cash advance places. I think they move more of those cash advance places to online. Okay. There's more. You guys wouldn't believe how many of those places are online. That's what I meant to share with you guys. Check this out. Okay. So a client, I have a client, and she, I created a debt-free plan for her, right? And part of the plan was to pay her car off. So I told her, make your regular payment, but then make extra payments to pay it off quickly. I said, but before you do, make sure you call the bank and tell them that you're going to do it, and make sure your extra money goes to principal, right? So you're going to make your regular payment. They're going to split that between interest and payment, right? And then make sure you clarify with them and say, I want this extra money to go to principal. You know what they told her? They said, no matter how much you pay over your regular payment, only 90% goes to the principal, and they're still going to take 10% for interest. I was like, what? So not only are they going to take a regular payment and split it up between interest and principal, anything extra over her monthly payment, they're still going to take 10% for interest, regardless of how much she pays over. That's why I tell you guys, if you guys are financing cars, you guys are slaves. They're doing you guys so dirty. Ooh, they're doing you guys so dirty. I was like, the extra money, even though they already said they're taking interest off of the regular payment, if you pay extra, they're still going to take 10% extra. They're still going to take 10% for interest. That is messed up. Messed up. Sonny the Great says, so many Americans pass calculus too, but can't understand simple subtraction. And check this out, Sonny the Great. So you're 22. I want you to notice something at a young age, right? Accountants and people with financial backgrounds are in debt. They go to college to understand mathematics, to balance books, and their own personal finances are not balanced. They're in debt. Right now, you think about it mathematically, no accountant in the world should be in debt. What do you want to go up to an accountant and say, why are you in debt? That doesn't make sense. You understand mathematics, right? Yeah. You went to college? Yeah, you had to pass math and calculus and whatever other mathematical class. Yeah, then why are you in debt? That doesn't make any sense. They will not be able to answer you because because it doesn't have anything to do with that. At your young age, Sonny, I want you to understand, people's job titles mean absolutely nothing. Doctor, lawyer, accountant, financial guru. You say, hey man, do you have student loans? If they say yes, you don't listen to a word they're saying. You never take financial advice from people with finance, cell phones, car payments, student loans older than their children. That kind of stuff makes absolutely no sense. CNTS, none. Okay. Dave says, 8 years ago, I was unemployed for almost a year. Most of my friends asked me, how did you do it? How did you survive? Okay, how did you survive? When you have savings, minimal to no debt, your expenses are low, extremely low. Gabriel says they do them in poor areas. Yes, they do. That's where they're at. They're strategic. I mean, you want to say strategically placed, but they're not. They just put them in poor areas. People with no money that don't understand money. 10%. Yep. 10%. Ain't that crazy? The whole overpayment. So say like the payment was $300 and she decided to pay $400 that month. The bank said, we're still taking 10% of that $100. We're going to put 90 of it towards the principal, but we're still taking, what about the interest you got on the regular payment? We don't care. Those are our rules. Jaws 2003 says, is the interest on cars front loaded that are financed? I don't know that. I don't know. It counts on you. You know, when you ask a question like that, it counts on who you're asking. Are you asking somebody with bad credit? Are you asking somebody with good credit? Because they do you according to your credit report. So if you got bad credit, they're going to treat you like a real dirty slave. But if you have good credit, they're going to treat you like a good house slave. Okay, they're going to treat you, if you got good credit, they're going to treat you this slave a little bit better, this 800 credit score, 700 credit score slave, better than the 500-600 credit score slave, right? It doesn't matter. They're still slaves. That part doesn't matter. You're still a slave, okay? Dave says, getting into debt is like rites of passage in the society, especially in the United States. Sure is. What's up, Mike? Welcome. Dominique says, debt. Oh, it's talking to me. Okay. That's what I mean. College teach the kind of math that makes you wonder, what job am I going to use it for? When I was in school, I remember when I was in college, I used to wonder, I swear to you, I used to wonder, where was I going to use this high level mathematics? I used to always wonder that, right? You don't need none of that. Unless you're going into be a scientist or something, I get it, right? But if you're not going to use it, right? The only math you need to understand is the math that was taught in grade school. That's it. That's it. Dave says, if you don't have the mental fortitude, you will fall victim to getting into debt. This society makes it extremely easy, especially for people who don't know finance. And the majority do not understand finances. And I want you guys to understand something that is important. Okay. Our economy runs on debt. Okay. Our economy would not run, our economy would not function the way it functions if the majority of people were not in debt. If the majority of people didn't keep student loans their entire lives, if they didn't believe if they actually started to believe that they could get a car without financing it, we would be in trouble. But we must have slaves believe the only way they can get a car is to finance it. We must have slaves believe that they are homeowners with 30-year mortgages. That it has to be that way. That's the only way we are going to remain free. Okay, that's the only way. School is a program. I can't explain it. It sure is a program for surely. What's up, Andre? What's going on, man? The interest is front loaded, all amortized loans. Okay. What that means is like a set amount per month, set schedule, blah, blah, blah. But again, even though it's set like what Andre's saying, you are going to get treated like a certain type of slave according to your interest rate. So if you are, check this out. If you are in this channel right now listening to this live and you don't know you don't know the interest rate on your car loan, you are a slave. First of all, only slaves finance cars. So that's a one level of slave. There's a level of slave that finances cars. And then there's another level of slave that don't even know the interest rate on the car loan, don't know how many months they're financing the car. You guys don't believe me? Go and ask one of your friends. Hey, man, how many months did you finance your car? If they say, I don't know, they definitely don't know the interest rate. I promise you, they don't know. Promise you. Dave says, each bank finance company have different rules, which is why people must read the auto loan contract and ask questions up front, but don't ask the car salesman. They will tell you anything to make the sense. And see, why bother reading the contracts? Why? I don't care what's in I don't care what's in a contract. You know why? Because I'm never going to finance a car. So who cares what's in the contract? So what? They can throw anything they want in that contract. Why bother with that? You don't have to bother with any of that. You don't. Gabriel said it prepares you to go to the workforce. Yes, we need slaves. It's all a choice. You know, don't fall for when people say, "Oh man, the schools are indoctrinating they're training us." No, you have a choice. You can choose to trust mathematics or not. If you choose not to trust mathematics, you're going to fall right into the programming. I promise you, you are. All right, you guys, any questions? Any questions of me? Any questions that I didn't answer clearly? Any questions that I didn't answer clearly? Tell me. Any questions? Now we're gonna stay on as long as they're questions, okay? As long as they're questions, all right? As long as there's questions, we can keep going. But if not, we're gonna cut it off, okay? Because I'm doing some back-to-back talking, man. Today. Well, yesterday was a good show. Yesterday was a surprising and good and surprising show at the same time. Any questions? Here, let me put this back up there. Here is if anybody wants to jump on. Now, don't be shy if you're in the background. If you're new, welcome. I know I seem like I'm pretty rough and heartless, and it's just math. Math is just feelingless. If you come in here and you see other SMD family members, they seem like they're harsh. They're not. Why is this crooked? Okay, there we go. Oh, because that's why. Because it's tucked in right there. All right. We're not harsh. We just believe in mathematics. That's it. I promise you that's it. All right, hold on and see. All right. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Rough day. I'm working today. You know, I'm breaking all your rules right now. Breaking all your rules.
You breaking all the rules? What are you talking about?
Breaking all the rules. Like when you told me to chill out. I mean, I'm just anxious to get it over with.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Done.
All
right. Yeah, you threw me for a loop yesterday. I just watched part of your video and I saw a little clip. And I was like,
I didn't throw you for a loop.
You threw me for a loop, man. You forgot you got people faking, legendary people on the show and stuff, man.
Right.
Kind of nuts. Anyway, no, actually, I was gonna tell you, man. Like, bro, I did something. I tried to do something to get one of my friends out of debt. Like they've been feeling kind of down about the debts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, look, man, I can help you, man. Look, I'm feeling really good right now. Look, let me just pay. I'll pay for you. Talk to my friend LJ. Look, I'll pay for it. One month. I'll pay. He'll tell you what you need to do, and you and your wife can sit down and talk about it. He can do it in front of you and your wife. That way, y'all can kind of talk about it. and then it'd be over. Nah, man, I'm not.
Even if you pay for it, they still don't want to do it. You see this? You see that slave mentality? They don't want to do it.
Man, I was like, bro, and then I tell people, like, it's like, look, man, he's right now, look, man, right now it's the time to talk to him, because, his prices ain't gonna be this low any other time, man. It's gonna go up from here, man. You gotta jump on the look, man. The train is leaving. Just get on the train, and they won't do it. I can't get nobody on my train with me, man. I'm like, just get on the train, man.
Because you're speaking alien. I don't know why you don't know you're speaking alien. I don't get it. But you're gonna come over. You're gonna cross over.
I mean, it's just certain friends, like they be talking about their life, and I mean, it's really frustrating, because I mean, we were looking at our job situation, like I told you before. It's like 4,700 people getting laid off, and then
has that happened yet, or is it going to happen?
I think it'll be by the end of this month. Actually,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be the end of this month.
Wow.
He will be, coming out with the hatchet, and a lot of people are, tripping out about that. And so I'm over here just like, look, everybody's like, oh, Daniel, you got your stuff together. People were talking about Jordans. People were talking about what they gonna buy next. Yes, people are buying Jordans for fun. They trying to tell me to buy Jordans. Hey, man, I know you got some money over there. Buy some Jordans. I can't.
Won't you come be a slave with us? I know you want, Daniel. Won't you come be a slave with us, man? Come on, man.
Nah. See, I can't do it. It's like that's kryptonite. I hanging out with Superman too much is affecting me. I can't handle it.
Buying Jordans in the middle of a pandemic.
Jordans. We're talking about every week. They come out with a new pair. They buy one every week. Look, man, it's like they doing it.
I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy for Michael. I'm happy for him.
Michael's well, more Nike than Michael. Even Michael's not getting as much as Nike. I think he get like 10% of all the money that they.
Oh, okay. I didn't, because I don't see Nike on the shoes, but Nike's still involved.
Yeah, Nike makes the shoe though.
Gotcha.
So they own it. He just guaranteed the money,
Gotcha.
Like, okay. So it's kind of like passive income for him. He don't do nothing. They make all the shoes and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so they just every week they're like, yo, Daniel, I can't even talk to him. The politics.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, man.
I don't talk about none of that with nobody.
I guess my question, my biggest question for you would be like, man, I mean, I don't know how you did it when you were at work, but it's very difficult to communicate with people. I got friends that I've known for years, and it becomes very difficult at times to talk to them. Sometimes I am going to tell you a story privately about my chapter 7.
Okay.
That's going to be a private talk.
Okay.
But yeah, I just don't know how. I mean, I know you can't talk to people, but like, man, they actually come at me. Like, they come at me on a regular basis. Hey, Daniel,
coming up saying what?
Hey, man, I got this, because I like weapons. So, I'm not buying any right now because I'm still dealing with my chapter 7. So, buying weapons is off the table until I get my debt's cleared, and then I might buy something nice. But anyway, so I was looking at it. They were showing me the sites, and they talking about guns, and they'll come out, hey man, I saw a gun. It's not that bad, man. It's not that bad. And it's just kind of hard to talk, because these guys, they know, all of them know, like they know what I'm doing. I mean, and something happened at work. For 4th of July. We a lot of us, on 4th of July, usually weekend, we usually get paid for that day before the 4th. So we didn't get paid. And in fact,
you didn't get paid.
No, we got to call up on Monday about it. We didn't work on Friday. We didn't work that Friday, but they just didn't pay us for the holiday. But it goes further than that on at our job. It's like this. If you don't work an 8-hour period Monday through Friday, right? They take whatever overtime you work that week, regardless of what day it was, and they turn it into regular time, even if you've worked more than 40 hours that week. So they turn all your time into regular time.
Sound like they're cutting corners to me.
Oh, well, this has always been so for them.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have none of that. I wouldn't have none of that.
This has always been the thing. So the way most people play it is, if they take a day off and they're not going to get paid, like if they're not going to get paid for that 8 hours, then they just don't work any overtime, and it just is what it is. And they just got to eat. The company just got to eat that. But what they did to us, because we didn't work on for July 3rd, they took all our overtime away for that week. So we basically turned all our regular time into all our overtime into regular time that week.
That doesn't make sense to me.
So yeah, it doesn't. They took so not only did they take they took our holiday pay, but then they turned our regular time into they turned our overtime into regular time that week.
And you want to know? So dirty. They do slaves so dirty.
Guess who figured that all out?
Who? You.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you mean nobody noticed it?
No, I didn't look at my check. And then I was looking at I was looking at some things.
No, I was like, man, nobody came to you saying they noticed that?
No. I brought it to their attention. Let me tell you what this I mean, I know this is a Q&A and not a conversation.
Go ahead. This is good. No, go ahead. This is good.
But what they did was they went to our so we get like a metric. So it shows what we did that day, how well we did on numbers wise. So it said zeros for me. So I was like, zeros. I was like, and it was white. If it's gray, then it means it doesn't count against you. So I was like, well, if it's white, then that means I didn't come to work that day. And I was like, but that was a holiday. So I said, let me look at my pay stub. So I went and looked at my pay stub. No one else has noticed this all day. Okay, we're talking about all the employees at my current location, my managers, nobody's looked at this. So I go and look at it, and then the next thing I see is it usually says holiday pay, blah blah blah. 8 hours. That was not there, and I said I didn't get paid. So I called my manager, and then while I was calling my manager, the guy that was working with me said, "Let me check mine." And so he checked his, and he said, I didn't get paid either. And then I talked to my manager. My manager said, yeah, we'll handle it on Monday because all the places are closed. The HR places are closed by this point, so it's okay. I said, all right. So then I call up everybody else. I'm like, hey, everybody, y'all get paid? They're like, well, maybe they did this or maybe they did that. I'm like, no. They put these specific things in there. People had already convinced themselves that they had gotten paid, and they didn't get paid. None of them got paid. And in fact, when I brought it to everybody's attention, then it became a big deal. Everybody's upset now. But just because I'm paying attention, it's usually me or this other guy. There's usually another guy that will be paying attention. But I'm always paying attention to my money, right? Because and there was a guy on the phone with us, and we were talking in a group, and he's like, y'all, he's like, some of the guys, they came in on Friday, they worked for like 3-4 hours or whatever, but that all got turned into regular pay instead of overtime. So now the guy is making jokes. He's like, ha ha ha, y'all work for free, y'all got for free. I was like, and I was looking, I was like, bro, you're making jokes. That's not funny because they got all of us. Yeah. And then I had to break it down to what I told you just now about how they take away our overtime. So now he's like, oh man, I got messed up too. But then he's still laughing and having fun. And I'm like, it's not funny because I don't work for free. Like that's right. Exactly. Well, see, for him, all he cares about is like I think I told you about him before, but all he cares about is like admiration or appreciation for his job. But he says, you know, he really buys into when a company comes in and a manager says, "Why are you here?" And everybody says, "Well, I'm here for a career, and I'm here for this and that,
right.
and I'm here for the money." You know, that's the only reason why I'm here. You know,
I'm here to work.
If the money's not here, then I'm not here either. Okay?
Exactly.
So
I'm not here.
I'm not gonna just So that's how I feel about it. But you know, he's in here for more than just the money. So
wow, that's crazy. You know what's so crazy? You bring that up too, man. I bet you a lot of companies are doing that. They probably been doing that, right? They probably been doing that. But when you're a slave, you don't really pay attention to the checks. I remember I didn't bother to really understand all the pieces on my check. I just assumed that the company was doing it right. Everything was cool. And I just went and cashed my check. And that was it. I never followed through on it ever.
Yeah. They were doing that. And I mean, what it really boils down to is they will, I was like, and I've told people, you know, I mean, I'm not hating on my company. They pay me well, but the thing is that they mess up our checks quite often. And that's a huge problem for me. I don't really deal with that very well.
Yeah, because you're not a slave. That's why.
I mean, and there's always been that way for me, because I at least have one thing that I always say is I don't like work. I'm not working for free. Like that's a waste of my time. I could go work somewhere else and get paid, you know. So
believe that.
But I mean, now all thanks to you, LJ, it's all your fault. You know, I have even more of an attitude about the situation, and I have less care
because you're not a slave. That's why. That you work for free. That means you're a slave.
It's bad. It's bad. So that's what they did to us and I'm pretty sure that that they're going to do this to in a large amount of ways. I mean, a lot of people are going to start feeling different things like this. I don't know if they did it just to save money or right before they fire a whole bunch of people.
We're in the middle of a pandemic. Of course, they're going to be cutting costs. And then if you catch it, they're gonna be like, "Oops, we're sorry. That was an error. We're sorry." That's all they're gonna do.
Yeah. I mean, and then they'll pay us. But a lot of people, you know, I call people, and people actually argued with me. Nah, man, I got the money. I'm good. I'm like, and then I thought about it, and I was like, no, you used a personal day. That you use a personal day on a different day.
There you go.
You're counting that.
Slaves.
Yeah. Well, granted, that was one of the guys that just bought a house. So, I mean, you know, I'm telling people about their money, and they're arguing with me. They're arguing with me. I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, I mean,
I know you're gonna learn. You need a little more. I guess you just need a little more than you're an alien now, man.
You know, a lot of people actually was like, let's call up this guy to see if it's happening all over the place. And then the other guys was like, no, that's the way it's supposed to be. It doesn't show, you know, and everybody's like, nah. And people were actually arguing me about dates and time. I'm like, yo, you can look at your pay stub and see that it's wrong. Like, what are you? I'm like, you know what? You know, I said, look, guys, if y'all don't want the money, I mean, that's cool. But let them. They will take the money from you, and now you're going to be sitting there crying about it.
It's going to be a lot of that. Trust me, it's going to be a lot. If it hasn't been going on right now as it is, it's going to be a lot of it. Trust me. They're trying to cut costs. Trying to cut costs to keep that company surviving. That's what they're doing.
I mean, you're talking about just for us. That's probably anywhere. That's probably about a solid. I mean, just if you think about like there's 400 of us, that's like that's like $40,000.
I bet.
One day, maybe far more than that. So it's far more than that actually, but it's about $40,000 somewhere around. Because so that's, you know, just it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, that's so it's. It's crazy. But I just figured I'd let you know, man. You know, and I
Appreciate
don't
that,
know
man.
exactly how to I don't know how to exactly deal with a lot of these people out here, but
You can't. You just got to ignore
it's
them. You just got to do you. Go through your chapter 7, get out of debt, pay off that rest, and then you can break away from them. Then you don't have to listen to that debt. You don't have to listen to that slave talk anymore, because you're not going to be able to be
yeah.
around them. It is what, even with your close friends, man, they want to be heard. They want more people just to listen to them. They don't want a solution to their problems. They just want you to hear their problems. Because have you noticed, like, slaves love to congregate and talk about their problems and their bills and collection agencies and student loan debt. They just want to talk about it. They don't want to do anything about
Yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got you on that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get back in the chat. I just
Okay.
don't know exactly. I just wanted to share that little bit. Like I said, you know, you'll get a good laugh at some of the stuff I have to tell you on Tuesday.
Okay.
So I'll tell you that on Tuesday.
All right, man.
All right.
I
All right.
appreciate you,
Take
man.
care.
All right,
No
later.
problem, man. Please.
All right. Josh 2003 says the best experience I had with a car is paying for one cash, no hassle of checking a credit score or what you can put down exactly. None of that. It's wonderful. Sonny the Great says, are you against using credit cards or cashback perks? No, I have a credit card, Sonny the Great. I use one credit card. I don't use cash anywhere. I use my credit card everywhere. All right. I use my credit card everywhere. Mike Pratt says, good show. I'm considering a move out of the country, considering financing land. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, it counts on where you're going and stuff. Josh 2003 says, LJ, have you spoke on the new stimulus package? I saw on Forbes that Mitch McConnell was talking about capping the stimulus for people who make less than $40,000. I haven't even been paying attention to any of that, really. I don't really pay attention to the politics and stuff. None. Nice says, I remember a story years back. A guy altered his credit card application, waiving interest and other fees. The CC company processed the application without reading it and issued a credit card on his terms. Guy altered the credit card application, waiving interest and other fees. I never heard of that. I never knew you can even do that. What's up, Cosmic? Welcome. Hopefully your project is going well. I hope so. I saw those pictures, man. That's like crazy, crazy. Uncle says, do you have an opinion on mortgage debt? Yeah, I believe in mortgage. I mean, you can get a mortgage. The only mortgage you should accept is the best one in the United States of America and nothing less. That's it. A lot of people say, which type of mortgage should I get when I buy a house? You just go like this. The best one in the United States of America. That's it. Nothing less than that one. Yeah, that was a good show. Catch that replay, Dave. All right, let's see here. Let's see what you guys been saying. All right. I want to pass you guys up here. Okay. Dave says, I learned you can't help some people no matter what. People don't want it. They just want to listen. They just want you to listen to them rant. That's it. They want somebody to sympathize with them. That's it. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. That is all they want to do. Cosmic says, I need to buy more Nike stock. Concentrate on your house. You got enough money. You probably got enough money to fill the house you're rehabbing, okay? Worry about what you got right now and leave some for us, Cosmic, okay? Dang, stop being so selfish, man. Jeez. There's no politics in the economy, just mathematics. Nicer says there are all kinds of factors in the economy. They like it complicated and confused. They make it complicated looking on. They make it complicated on purpose. That's on purpose because if they made it easy, everybody could see. They could see what it really was, right? But as long as you're in debt, you'll never understand. It's impossible for you to understand how it really works or see it. I promise you. According to Forbes, Mike Jordan made $130 million from royalties from the Air Jordan brand last year. That's what he brought home. Andre says, absolutely right, Cosmic. So Cosmic says there are definitely politics in the. Oh yeah, most definitely. I agree with that for sure. Damn, It's crazy. Isn't that illegal? Okay, maybe I'm missing what you guys are talking about. All right. Cosmic says, I watch my pay slip like a hawk. You'd be surprised the mistakes I find. Gabriel says, LJ will do the once his business grows. Okay, I know I'm missing stuff here. All right, Dave says, I remember when I was 16, got my first paycheck. I said, what? Who's FICA? Why are they taking so much? Cosmo says, but I watch all my accounts. I usually find a mistake every other month in one of my accounts. Wow. I'll tell you what, Cosmic, I'll watch your accounts. Just sign power of attorney over to you. I'll make sure every dollar's in there. Okay, I promise. Amina says, what do you do when there's a mistake? Okay. Call them up and say, hey, fix that. Jaws 2003 says, my company doesn't give overtime, only straight time after 40 hours. Crazy part is that my position is under a contract with State Environmental Protection. They used to do comp time. Yeah, if they told me, they said, hey, man, even if you work over 40, you're not getting paid. I'll say, okay, cool. I'm only working 40 then. I'm never working over 40. Dave says it benefits them to underpay you even for a couple of days or so, especially if they're using a line of credit to issue salary payments. They're saving money on interest by underpaying. There's going to be a lot of, for a day, they're going to be a lot of that. They're going to be doing a lot of weird stuff that are so-called going to be mistakes. But if you don't catch them, that's your problem. Andre says, if you care about Social Security, you can only get credit for 40 regular hours per week. Wow. Andre says, if you have to put in 10 years of regular hours to be fully vested, you have to put in 10 years to be fully vested. All right, you guys, any questions? We are an hour in, and we're only going to go today's Q&A Sunday. This is about you guys. If you have any questions of me, maybe you got some questions of some SMD family members that know more knowledge about some deeper stuff, because I'm not saying I know everything. I'm just justifying everything I know about with mathematics. All right. So any other questions? Any other questions? Because I got some shopping to do. Hey, this thing keeps getting crooked like a mug, man. Any other questions? If you're new to the channel, don't be shy. Jump in here. If not, we're going to cut this off. It is, what is that, 143? Any other questions? Q&A Sunday is about you guys. Any questions answered mathematically? If I didn't answer them right, please tell me that I didn't answer it fully, and I will try to re-answer it. Or not only me, other members in here will happily answer for you. Because again, I'm not saying that I'm always right. All right, I'm always mathematically right, but it counts on the kind of question you're asking too. Jaws 2003 says, that's so true about working only 40 hours. My coworkers work more than this and were pissed the company took away comp time. See, all I got, if I heard him say that, I would just say, hey, man, all right, cool. I'm working 40. It doesn't matter to me. As long as you pay me 40 and I'm here, you pay me. Okay, cool. I'm not working any overtime at all. Gabriel says, are the slaves that watch your show, are there slaves? I'm sure of it, Gabriel. I'm sure of it. And maybe they're tired of, put it this way, you guys. I get a lot of people on Instagram telling me that they have changed their slave ways by following me because of the realness I use, the realness I say. They just said, man, my eyes were, this is the majority I see. Their eyes open, they became awake. Thank you for doing it. Sometimes they just send me CashApp donations and then DM me and tell me it was them that did it, and then they tell me why they did it. So that's pretty cool. Charles 2003 says, how long should you upgrade to a newer car There is no time limit. It's totally up to you. I'm keeping my truck as long as I want to have it. There really is no time limit. It's totally up to you. Dave says, one reason why companies opting to make people's salary. Yeah. I used to think salary was better than hourly. I fell for that trick. Cosmic says, next week will be interesting. It's earning session time. Okay, that's alien speak. Hey, Andre, can you translate what Cosmic just said, please? Or you might make it worse. Never mind. Hey, by the way, if you guys listen in the background, we are aliens. We are proud aliens. Okay, that's not an insult. Okay, that's welcomed. Okay. James says, how do you find good contract? Oh, talking to Cosmic. Okay. For these big companies to report on their, oh, okay, she said finish thing. Okay, for the big companies to report on their books. Gotcha. For the 15th. Yeah, taxes, right? Taxes due on the 15th. Yeah, they're doing it. Yeah, sure is. A few days from here. Any questions, you guys? Any questions? Any questions? Are you still on, Mustafa? You still on? I don't know if you left yet. Thanks, Ramil. Put me on. Sunny, the Great. Thanks to Ramil. Oh yeah, Ramil. Yeah, man. That dude. You guys thought I'm an alien, man. Ramil's okay. Cool, man. I just got your your email. Okay, so I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I can't wait to read it. I'm excited to read it. I honestly. Did you put your new financial knowledge in that book? Did you put some of that in there? I'm curious. No, never mind. Just let me read it. I'm sure I'll find it. I'm sure I'll see it once I read it. Okay. Let me find. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. I'm gonna read it. Don't tell me. The Alien Squad. Cool. Any questions? All right, you guys. I guess we're gonna cut this off then. All right. I was hoping some new people will come up and ask some questions of me or some people. You got some. Now I'm gonna just say this before I leave. Any real estate question? We got Cosmic Wisdom in the house. If you're trying to ask some real estate questions, right now is the time because she has been a very busy woman. Okay. I think this is the first time she got on this week, maybe. I think. All right. So any financial questions before we get off here, okay? You got to better do it now. You can join the Discord server too. She's in there every now and then. I don't think she's been in there lately. She's been busy, but check it out. Get on the Discord server. It's in the details of this video. Go check that out. I forgot to tell you, it's Kindle format. It's the everyday debt matrix people types of story. Okay, so I should be able to Kindle format. Does that mean I have to have a Kindle to read it, or can I read that on my Fire TV? Would it transfer there? Would I be able to read it on there? Because I don't have a Kindle. Quentin, what's up, Quentin? 2 weekend until $600 unemployment. Oh, 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks until 6. What's going to happen? I don't know. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking forward to find out, Quentin, when that ends. I'm looking forward to knowing that. Yes, I have RE question. I've been busy overseeing some major rehab. If you guys, yeah, she's been busy. SOBC says, talking to Cosmic. L Marshall, what's going on? Life insurance save over 401k? No, because there's tax advantages for 401k. Life insurance is not. Okay. So If I was you, I would max out my 401k because it's like double dipping. You get to put away money for retirement, and you get to take off that same amount of money off of your annual income. So 1 full quarter of COVID. See, stop talking code, Andre. What's that mean? All right, what's that mean? Mustafa says, I have some equity shares in Ground Floor and Fundraise. What is your opinion? I don't know what that is. In Ground Floor and Fundrise. I'm not sure what that is. As long as, put it this way, as long as you are out of debt, Mustafa, because I don't want you investing with negative dollars, because it's mathematically impossible to invest in anything outside yourself with negative dollars. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right. Mustafa says, just download a Kindle Reader. It's free for your computer, tablet. Okay, cool. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Download the Kindle Reader. Okay. Okay. I'm excited to read it, man. I am. Equity shares and ground dividends reinvested in a starter portfolio in Fundrise. Huh. Yeah, I don't know too much about that. Gabriel says, what's the best advice to people in their 20s? Talk to Gabriel. If you're in your 20s, talk to Gabriel. Okay. Best advice for you if you're in your 20s, this is what I'm going to tell you. Stay out of debt. Always do the opposite of the majority. All you got to do is just Google student loan debt. It's in the trillions. Don't get student loans. Trillions in car loan debt. Don't get car loans. Trillions in credit card debt. Don't get credit cards, et cetera, et cetera. That's all you do. Just do the opposite of the majority and you will be rich. Okay. Credit unions are also more flexible in retransactions. How do I buy a house with an LLC? Andre, Cosmic, because I haven't done it yet. I will be doing it, but I don't know how to do it. And I will be getting professional advice from doing that, because that's when I get ready to buy a house, that's the only way I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to put a house under an LLC that I own, and then I'm going to rent from myself. Okay. So if you're in your 20s and you want to buy a house, this is how you should do it in your 20s. Okay. Don't put your name on it. Create an LLC, put that house under the LLC, and then you'll learn because you'll have not only your income advantage, you'll have tax advantages of paying that house off in 7 to 10 years than 30 years. Okay. Hey, Mustafa, if you want to email me that link, I'll put that link in here so I can paste it in here. So if you want to email me that link, I'll put it in here. Yeah, email me that link and I'll post it in here, man. A lot easier when using a land trust as well. Okay, see, there's always more and more ways. Don't get me wrong. So Andre and Cosmic, I'm gonna be coming to them when I get to that point. I will be talking to them. Trust me. Andre says the greatest gains come from the deals you control, Mustafa. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Andre. Exactly. Man, well said, man. Well said. Well said. I bet you Andre got to walk around. You just got to walk around quiet, man. How do you interact with slaves, Andre? Do you just like, hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm Andre. Hey. Yeah. I got a job. Yeah, I got this. Yeah. And then you got to leave it like that. All right, you guys, any questions? All right, we're an hour and 15 minutes in. Any other questions? Because I got some grocery shopping to do. You guys in the background, don't be shy. If you got any questions before we get off here. Any questions? Any questions? What's up, Dark Man? What's up? What's up? NC Biggs says, LJ, did you do a 3 to 6 month emergency fund? No. No, I didn't. When you get out of debt, you will always have funds. You put it this way, NC, when you get totally out of debt, your money's going to stack so fast, you're not really going to think about that because you're going to have years of funds. Okay, so you won't think like that anymore. That's the best way I can put that. What's up, Frank Lopes? What's going on? Trust banks? Why not? You just, better yet, just trust math. Okay, just trust math, and you trust banks, you trust math. That's it. Because banks trust math. That's it. Andre needs to say I'm a janitor. Exactly. Hey, I'm Andre and I'm a janitor. That way they won't bug them. See, Cosmic rides around in her older car. They're like, oh, she ain't got no money. Look at her car. That's exactly what she wants you to think. Oh, she ain't got no money. Look at her car. Yep, I got the money. No, sure don't. Is that your car? Yeah, that's my car. Yeah. You know what you should say, Cosmic? You should tell them that's your old car and you're making car payments. They will really leave you alone. I bet you Andre drives a 76 Pinto. I bet you he does. I bet you. Or Gremlin. I bet you he does. Guaranteed. Just so people leave him alone. Happy Sunday. What's going on? You are welcome, L. Marshall. Yeah, just math is just math. Banks just trust math. That's it. When you get out of debt, you'll realize banks are not big, bad, and evil and mean and all this other stuff. No, they're not. Banks don't do anything to me. They don't do anything mean to me. They don't rip me off. They don't treat me bad, whatever. They don't. I know, right? Remember that Gremlin? Ooh, that was an ugly car. That was an ugly car. Can you imagine? This is what I think sometimes when I look at the Gremlin, right? You see that car? Well, I don't see it on the road anymore. Imagine somebody financed that car. Somebody financed a Gremlin. Now, there's some ugly cars out here right now, and people finance them. Man. Cosmic says, LOL, I don't deal with a lot of people asking me for money because of my car, because of the car I drive, just the way I like it. Exactly. I knew that. They probably think Cosmic is broke. I'm sure they do. Andre says, banks, no, get a short-term treasury fund like American Century Capital Preservation Fund. Whatever the hell that means. I have no idea what any of that means. Banks will fall apart and you are an unsecured creditor. So I got to write all this stuff down. I know you drive a Gremlin, Andre. I know you do, man. I know you do. Get a short-term treasury fund. My head's about to explode already. Any questions, you guys? Any questions? Any questions? All right, you guys, we're going on 2 o'clock here. Oh yeah, he's an alien times 10. Oh God, that's funny. Am I getting into gold? No. The only thing I'm getting into is me. That's it. Just me. I'm not investing into anything but me, right? And Mr. J, if you're in debt, I suggest you don't get into gold either. I'm not saying that you are in debt, but if you are in debt, I suggest you do not get into gold, okay? Because this is how you calculate if you should get into gold. The price of gold, say like this, the value of gold minus your debt equals the value of gold to you. Okay, let's do that one more time. The value of gold today minus your debt equals the value of gold to you. All right. So you tell, okay, cool. You're not in debt. So yeah. Andre, you answer this question. Okay, he's not in debt. Should he get in the gold? Should he get in the gold? Andre says, I don't have a car actually. Oh, now he's gonna deny the gremlin. See what I'm saying? He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Okay, Andre. All right. You don't have. No, I'm just joking. Man. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Mr. J. I'm glad you're not in debt. That's a plus for sure. So I think Andre, can you answer that one, Andre, about the gold? Should he get in the gold right now? Any other questions? Any other questions? And thank you for the question, Mr. J. Appreciate it. Any other questions? All right, let me check over here because sometimes you guys be asking questions and it will come over to the other side quicker than here. So let me go over there. Man, it is slow. Okay. All right. You guys are answering. Okay. Cosmic's answering too. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see what Cosmic. I wouldn't buy gold now. There are plenty of other investments that will make a better return. I bought some when it was $1,400 an ounce. It's around 18 an ounce now. Mr. J says definitely going over 2,000 by the end of the year. Gold isn't an investment vehicle though. Okay. Gabriel says, what's going to be worse, an eviction, tsunami? What's going to be worse, an eviction, tsunami, or people not getting no more unemployment? Well, that's going to be all together. It's going to be one big tsunami. Okay. It's going to be one big tsunami. Something, I'm telling you guys, I don't know. Something has to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Here we are. We're at the 12th, July the 12th. When that money stops, something has to happen. What do you think? People are just going to starve? Do you think they're going to let the kids starve, the families starve? Crime is going to go through the roof if they don't do something. Everybody's going to suffer. Okay. People are not just going to, oh, my unemployment's gone, I guess I'm just going to starve. No, they're not. They're going to steal. Okay. All morals and everything go out the window when you ain't got no food in your stomach. No, that's not gonna. The only thing of value is knowledge and relationships. See, hey man, that's why I communicate with Andre, man. I'm telling you, I know you guys. I don't really know how to explain it. Andre helps me explain certain things. This is why I communicate with him. This is why I do it. Because that's the type of knowledge I'm looking for. Okay. People always ask me, what are you investing in, LJ? I'm investing in me. I'm investing in me. There is nothing outside of me that's going to bring me the money that I'm looking for. It's going to be me. People look at me like, what do you mean? Why aren't you thinking about real estate? You can't really. Yes, I can. People do it all the time. And I say like this, find your passion. I promise you, find your passion. The money will be a side effect from it because people will see it. People will see your passion and then they will pay you for it. Okay? Because it's going to help them too. People can see and feel passion. I promise you. Okay? What's your thoughts on the coin shortage? I have no, you know what, NC Biggs? I have no idea what's up with that. Now, mind you, I haven't been using money in a long time. I just use credit. So it really does, the coin shortage really doesn't affect me. I don't really care, but I think it's weird. I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe it has something to do with the toilet paper. Maybe those two go together. Coin shortage and toilet paper got something to do with each other. I don't know. Gold is real money. It's the first thing you acquire. It's the first thing you acquire. Man, stop talking code. I need to get to the next level of alien speak. I do. Cosmic says, if I was that nervous, I'd stock up on bullets, toilet paper, and whiskey versus gold. Gabriel says, where Herbert, man? He hasn't been in the chat since yesterday. Ron White Leo. LJ, do you do mutual funds, index funds? If so, which one specifically do you recommend? I do none of that. Okay. Maybe Cosmic, Andre, somebody in here that knows about that can answer that question. I do none of that. The only thing I'm investing in is me. That's it. I'm not investing in anything outside of me, just me. Andre says, it has saved many from failed states. Okay, let me go back and read what you said before. Gold is real money. It's the first thing you acquire. Anybody can answer Ron's questions? Or questions? I don't know anything about that, Ron. You saying, Andre, you saying gold has saved failed states? Ron, Toronto says Vanguard index funds are the best. Any other questions? Any other questions? We're going to keep this going as long as there are questions. I appreciate the questions, really do. I appreciate some of you guys in the room answering these questions because I didn't see, Cosmos, she's talking to Ron. Okay. It's just me doing rough math. I'm assuming the need for gold is to hedge against what you have in cash. 10% of 2 million is 200,000. For mutual funds, I do blend U.S. large cap, U.S. mid cap, U.S. small cap, international emerging markets, the RIETs, or get total market one for simplicity. I have no idea what any of that means. Okay, she's speaking far alien. I'm still working my way up. There's levels of alien speak. I'm still learning. Okay, all right. Frank Loeb says, I agree with Cosmic Bullets. Since when this world becomes crazy and free money dries up, crime will pick up. Crime is going to pick up if something doesn't happen July 31st. I don't know if people can see that or not. This is what I think. What do people think is going to happen when the money stops for the majority of people? What do you think they're just going to do? Just chill? Or, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Andre says, to exit, you need a B plan, passport, good art, and foreign land owned outright. See, do you live here? Do you live on Earth, Andre? You got land on Mars somewhere? Where do you live? I mean, you come here every weekend, or you got internet that goes from Mars to here? Dark Man says, what can we do to prepare for the fiasco that may happen at the end of the month? Well, it's nothing really you can do. Okay, you can't do anything. I'm strapped. All right, I put it this way: I got stuff for unconscious people. Okay, you're not just gonna be breaking in my house and stealing stuff. Okay, and I'm just gonna be standing there. Hey, no. I mean, I can't do nothing if I'm not home, but if I'm home and people are getting bold and they start breaking in people's houses when you are at home, that's a different story. Okay, that's a different story. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just saying something has to happen. The 31st, the money stops. I'm telling you, something has to happen. I don't know what, but something. Gold and certified diamonds. Gabriel says, get strapped. Andre says, yes, when you need to exit. Historically, gold has been the only form of payment. Intrinsic value. And the reason why I say gold, because you could take gold with you anywhere in the world and people recognize what gold is. You can go, you don't even have to speak the language. You can just pull out some gold and say, hey, I want this for that, for this gold, and nobody's going to say, I don't know what that is. You're not going to go into a part of the world where nobody's going to really know what gold is. Okay. That just, it's, but if you can't take American money somewhere else and, they might know it. Maybe they'll accept it. Who knows? Hunter says the international minded never stay in a failed state. The international minded never stay in a failed. So tell me this, Andre, what is a failed state? What is that? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Any questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? If you're in the background, don't be shy. You can come up here. It's Q&A Sundays. It's about you guys. Any other questions? What is the worst? I don't know what that is. Devty? What is that? I don't know what that is, Toronto. Oh, Cosmic says, yep, I always keep a valid passport, so I keep my dad's side of the family has paid off land out of the country. Wow, okay. Now, I got a passport too. I definitely got my passport. I definitely have a passport. I don't have family outside the country. We don't own no land anywhere else. We don't, none of that. So. Historically, gold has been the only form of payment. Gotcha. Okay. Any other questions? What's today? Saturday? We got to get out here at 6. Okay. Okay, hold on, Toronto. I'll see you 1 second here. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Love the show.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I found you on Ramel's channel, and I'm just trying to create a YouTube playlist for myself. I'm not a content creator.
Okay.
But I want to make I want to subscribe to channels that could push me forward. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I love your message, love what you stand for. Mm-hmm. I've been debt free for a while now. Mm-hmm. I'm loving it. I'll never go back. Like when you said Neo in the Matrix, I'm like, yes, there it is. No, because sometimes I'll be going to work early and I see people on like Black Friday standing in front of the stores freezing their ass off to go into debt. Right. And I'm like, but the question I'm asking, because you're much older than I is, as you get older and you've been debt free for this long, do you ever feel either pulls to go back into debt? In terms of what I'm saying is, like, you're in the position, your cash is on point, and you're like, hey, I could float that investment, or I could take that risk for like a week or something. Like, have those ever come your way, or have family members come and said, hey, I know you're good for it now, would you co-sign on something for me? Like, do you ever face those? That's just one or two questions I have for you. Okay. And the
They
second question,
wouldn't dare come to ask me. And would I go into business debt? Yes, I would go into business debt. I would never go into personal debt.
so did you set the tone with people around you? Like, does everybody in your family and immediate circle know that, hey, don't come to me with no debt talk?
Especially if you're in debt, don't ask me for money.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
say
because
no.
that's something I never did. I didn't really, like, some people don't know, like, I'm an undercover debt-free person. Like, I'll get around people, I'm like, yeah, finance, yeah. Because I find at work it turns into an argument, and I don't really want to get into it.
Right.
So
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 36.
Yeah, just leave it that way, because slaves won't understand you, and they will think, if you tell them that you're debt free, they will think you now have more money to give them. They were like, man, you ain't got no debt, you can loan it to me, and then you can't say anything. That's why you can't tell them.
And now the next level that you're at that I want to be at is you're job free. Right?
Correct.
That's often to the horizon. So how do you fill your time being job free? I see you looking great, so you stay in that gym, right? But
yeah.
And you're here broadcasting, but what else do you do to fill your time being a person that doesn't have employment?
Once I got out of debt, I discovered my passion. Okay, my passion is this. And so I'm always thinking about this. And the other time I do anything I want, walk, work out, because when you're in the working world, the working world makes you feel like you have to be doing something all the time, right? You just like, if you're not doing something, you're lazy. That's not true. You can do nothing. If you want to sit in the house and do absolutely nothing all day, you can do it. All right. But what I discovered once I got out of debt, my passion came to light. So I believe everybody has a passion. I believe everybody has one, right? But they always put it on the back burner because of work and debt. So once that's removed, once you get back to 40-hour work, like the whole thing is it's a training thing. 40-hour work weeks. The Saturday and Sunday are weekends. You're always watching the time. But once you get out of debt, you figure out Saturday and Sunday are not special days. They're just days. I never know what time it is. When people ask me what time it is, I said, I don't know. I really don't care unless I have an appointment with somebody. Time is a tool. See, you don't really look at it that way anymore. And it took me a while. Put it this way. It took me a year to break the 40-hour work week habit that I had been doing all my life. It took me a year to break it. A year.
Wow. Yeah, the reason I'm asking is like, because I'm on quarantine right now and I'm working from home, right? I'm like, I'm talking to the wife and I'm like, it would be nice if we could live like this. Like, I get up out of bed, there's no alarm clock. I walk over to my desktop, there's my work, but I'm like, what if there was no work? What if they say I want to go on when you're working out, you go for a run, you're like, wow, this run is really good, I should stay out here another hour. But you got to go to work, so you got to cut the workout short. Right. So that's what I'm just thinking of, because I've honestly never lived a life where I wasn't on a regimen. When I was younger, it was get up to go to school. Now it's get up to go to work. And I never lived a free life where it's like, hey, I'm just going to do whatever I want today. And you have that.
See how you're thinking about it, Toronto? You're already saying it in your mind how you really want your life. You're already saying it. Like, man, I sure would like to run an extra hour. You could just make up your mind and do it. Sometimes I'll wake up early, 6, 7, but sometimes I want to sleep until 10. I'll just sleep till 10 because I choose to do it. Right. So if you want that, you start saying it to yourself. Say it to yourself out loud. Maybe you're not comfortable to say it in front of people. Say it out loud so the universe will hear you, and then it'll start putting things together for you to make that happen. I promise you. It will do that, because you can't see it. You don't know, but you got to say it out loud. So because the universe just listens. It just listens to you, right? And if you say it out loud, this is what I want, it just starts to happen. It really does. But if a person's saying, oh man, everything bad happens to me, I never have any money, and then the universe is listening to them and say, okay, well, I guess you don't want any money then. You keep saying it. See what I'm saying? You're discovering now that you're at quarantine. You're like, damn, I wish I had this all the time. Keep saying it daily. Say it to yourself more and more each day, and you'll start to do things to ensure that. Because true wealth is owning the time in your life, something that you can never get more of. It's more than money, it's time. I've been owning the time in my life for the last 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
Once you feel what that is, Toronto, once you feel what it's like to own the time in your life, and the only way you can do that is not have a job. That's the only way. There is no other way. Okay, there is no other way. Once you discover what that feels like, you will do anything. Not anything. I'm talking about you will make things happen to ensure that stays that way.
Yeah, I have to look into that because it just seems the quality of life is just better.
Oh, it's totally better. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like this. I didn't wake up till, I'm 50 now. I didn't wake up till 40. I didn't get debt free until about 44, 45, or somewhere around there, some early 40s, until I became debt free. Right. And then I worked, put it this way, I became debt free. I still worked an extra year before I became debt free. But that year felt like torture to me. It was weird because I felt like I owed somebody the time of my life. I had to be in a building for 8 hours, 40 hours a week. I had to give up my time to drive there in traffic, sit there, come home in traffic, and keep doing that all over again. And so I just ended up quitting. And then when I quit, the people were like, "Hey, LJ, what you gonna do?" I said, "I don't know." They looked at me like I was nuts. They mean, "What do you mean? You don't have another job lined up?" "Nope, I don't know what I'm gonna do."
But that sounds liberating, man. I'm on it. Like,
it is.
I'm on it, man. It's like it's just on my mind all the time.
That's good. What is your passion? What is your passion? What is your passion? Don't worry about the money part. Just say, what would you love to be doing that wouldn't feel like work? What is that?
Just working out and learning. Like, I find when I learn with less pressure, like, for example, instead of reading a book about Egypt, going there and actually looking at taking my time, walking around the site. I like when a friend of mine who was in university, one time he's like, "Hey, come to this music class with me." A black teacher was in there teaching how black people had influence on music or whatnot. And I wasn't a part of the class, but the teacher allowed me to sit in. You could just walk in and sit in the back and listen. And I found that I learned better from the professors when I was just there. And I wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in debt, I gotta pass this class." I was just there learning, and I could walk out whenever I want.
Okay, I see. I'm glad you said that part. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and it's like if I was to go to university, because in many universities where I am at, you could go and sit in the classes. If I was to learn in that environment where there's no pressure to learn, I would learn much better, and I would actually take the information in. But having this gun to the back of your head, like, "Hey, you got to get a 60 or you're going to be more in debt." Like, like a lot of students are under pressure, man. Like, they sleep, and they don't party. Like, a lot of them are under pressure. They either throw themselves to the wind or they're under a lot of, to be a student is a lot of stress because of that debt.
Because the parents behind you and the traditions. Oh man, if you don't go to college, you're gonna be a nobody, and nobody with a college education. I mean, none of that is true. Let me tell you something. None of that is true. That's a lie. That's people are. There's a very well college educated people that are deep in debt. Those are slaves. I don't listen to slaves. That's not even fun. I don't listen to slaves. Hey man, if like. You see somebody roll up in a nice car and a guy gets out. "Oh, I'm Dr. So-and-so, so-and-so. The first question I'm gonna ask, do you got student loans? If he says yes, I don't care who you are. You're a high paid slave. You have nothing that you can tell me. Nothing. You're a slave.
I love that approach because you know what? It just filters out so many people.
It does.
It just makes the filter so easy, like that you can get down to business. Because one of the hardest things is like to pick and choose which people you want to align yourself with. But last thing before I hop off this, when did you have like what do they call it again? Do you have a traumatic period that said for real I'm gonna get out of debt? Like mine was when I bought some electronics from Best Buy, right? And they broke. So they gave me 6 months, no money down, whatever. And I purchased $800 worth of electronics with a Best Buy card. The interest was compounding on me. And I remember after the electronics they were broken. and I still owed the money. And I went to Best Buy and I just got paid, and I gave them $800 cash, and they counted out the cash in front of me, and then they took it. And I'm like, I bust my ass for 2 weeks to get that money. And like that, it traumatized me. Like, you don't understand. It's you know, people say they had like a childhood experience that messed them up for life.
Right.
That was one of mine. So I'm asking you, what was your experience like that debt eye opener?
Mine was I was making $160,000 a year. Okay, 160. I was living in a nice high-rise building. I was driving a Lexus, all that, but I was broke. Now, to the outside, people thought I had money, my career, my title, because people think job title is important. That's a lie too. Don't worry about the people's job titles. But when I was in debt, I thought job titles were important, right? I was a computer engineer working for a nice company, this and that. And then one day, I specifically remember this, okay? I don't know why this stands out, right? I drove my normal pattern. I leave work at 5 or 6 or whatever it was, right? I pulled into the gym parking lot. The sun was going down. I remember it was daylight savings time, right? So the sun goes down early, right? So I would get up. It was dark. I would come home. It's dark. I pulled into the parking lot and I was looking at the gym and I said to myself, am I going to do this for the rest of my life? Get up, go to work, go home, get up, go to work, go to the gym, go home, sleep, get up, go to work. I said, I'm going to do this all the way until I'm 65, 70 years old. I said, no. Now, if somebody had walked by my car while I was talking out loud to myself, they would have thought I was crazy. But I said, no, but I didn't know what I was going to do to change it. I really didn't know at that time, right? I just knew that I didn't want that to be my life. There were other people enjoying life right in front of us. There's millionaires and billionaires around us every day enjoying life. I was like, how come I'm not doing what they're doing? They look like they're having fun and I'm not. And that woke me up.
Wow.
That woke me up. And people thought I was crazy. I got rid of all my stuff, moved out of my high rise, moved into a room in my sister's house in my 40s. People thought I was broke, crazy, smoking crack, whatever. But I didn't care about slaves anymore. I knew once I discovered it was because I was in debt and got out of debt. I didn't really listen to slaves anymore. And then once I discovered financial freedom, that was it, man. That was it.
Wow.
I'd never looked back. And I didn't know SMD. Trust me, I didn't know I was going to say. I didn't know I was quit my job and I'm going to start a YouTube channel. It didn't work like that. That didn't happen. This was born from it.
Wow.
You gotta let the universe know that you're serious. If you want freedom, you got to say it to yourself and start making moves to make it happen. If you want that life, if you want an extra hour jog, start making moves to where you can do that.
All right, I will most definitely do it, man. Thanks for the inspiration. And
yeah, man.
I'm staying on this channel because I'm telling you, like, you're like a diamond among the stones, man.
I appreciate it, man. Are you out of Toronto? Are you in Toronto now?
I'm in Toronto right now, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, we love debt over here. It's like our housing market. Yeah, it's a no-brainer almost. People always take on, and there's so many ways. Like, I actually wrote down a list of like the different financing, payday lending, home equity loans, reverse mortgages. There's so many ways to try to catch you. Like it's crazy.
Oh, well, that's same here in the US. Same thing. It's no different. It's worldwide. Debt is worldwide.
Yeah, and it's a universal thing. That's something you're onto something huge.
There's no border.
You got it in the heart. Like, this is the heart of every issue. It's like the debt is behind it, right? Man, even churches are in debt. They're in school and services this Sunday. They're in debt too. Everybody's in debt. So
I promise you, man, you get out of it, you will be, trust me, you will be free. You'll be your confidence and nothing will be able to stop you. You'll say, okay, I want to do that. I'm gonna go over here and make some millions over here. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Nothing will stop you. Nothing. I was married to a woman in BC, right? I was married to her for about 3 years. Now, I was in debt at that time, right? But I used to come up to BC all the time, right? And I forgot what area it was a rich area where you drive through in this part of town in Vancouver, right? But I knew it was weird. When I was in debt, I used to go up this area, and I used to realize something was missing from me being part of that. If that explains it right. It was a weird feeling. But I knew the way I was doing it was wrong. But now that I'm out of it, I can look back at it now. It's like all those people in debt, they're just fronting. The majority of them, I'm not gonna say all of them, but the majority of them are just fronting. That's everywhere.
Yeah.
That's everywhere.
Yeah. I had bosses that made like 6 figures and couldn't buy lunch because all their money was tied up in. No, I'm serious. I'm so serious.
I know.
Because their money is because they have a home, they have a rental property, they have a cottage, they have 2 car payments. They're sending their kids to an Ivy League school. They got a dog. And animals cost money, like over here. Like, but
People
it's not that you can't have those things.
You know, people finance dogs here in America. They finance dogs.
For real?
Yes, they finance dogs. Oh my God! When I first found that out, somebody they finance dogs here.
Wow. No, I heard about the rims. That's the one. That one got me like the rims. The rims.
Rims.
So if they repossess your car, the rim people got to go to the repossession people and take their rims off your repossessed car. Like, nah, man. When I heard that, so dogs and rims.
Dogs and rims and phones. Dogs, rims, and phones.
Oh, phones. Yeah. Oh, you gotta have the latest phone. No, I think. No, I'm always looking out for the debt trap though. I'm like, it's like again, like Neo. You're always looking out for the agent. Always looking out.
Got a debt. You really. Nobody can trick you anymore. Nobody can trick. Nobody can ever trick me to going into debt. Once you get completely out of debt, it's a whole new language, right? So I walk around. I always hear people talk debt. They don't know. You got to remember, people in debt don't know they're in debt, so they don't know they speak debt. When you're out of debt, you just listen. Oh, hey man, I got this great deal on this car, man. I got it on sale for $35,000. I'm like, did you pay cash for it? Nah, man. Then I just stop right there. Then why are you saying you got it on sale? You didn't get it on sale. Nobody gets a finance car on sale. That's mathematically impossible. But people in debt think they do. People with mortgages believe they're homeowners with 30-year mortgages. No, you're not.
Nah, you're a glorified renter.
Yeah, you're a loan owner. You're not a homeowner, but you'll get in a fight if you tell them that. Hey, man, you're not a homeowner. You're a loan owner. What are you talking about, man? No. Okay. So I don't argue with slaves.
So for you guys down south, so by the end of the month, if you guys don't get another stimulus check, crap might hit the fan.
It's
for
gonna
us
hit the
up
fan.
here, Canada went $230 billion deeper in national debt because we issued more bailouts.
Right.
Because our prime minister, which our president basically, like he loves to borrow money. Like he spends it like it's like we're at $1.2 trillion right now, national debt. And it was like 600 billion before. Like this guy doubled the debt. Like and no one cares because COVID is being used as the excuse to just spend, right? And people are financing too. Like, well, I need a generator, I need all this stuff, gotta spend with COVID. So you guys at the end of the month, but for us, people are forecasting this fall to Christmas. Like if they don't open our economy back 100% by Christmas, the bankruptcies are gonna come in. And then it'll be Christmas. It'll be Christmas for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be Christmas for you. It's gonna be Christmas. Hey, that's gonna be you. Once you're out of debt, that's gonna be Christmas. When the economy, the housing market crashes, it's gonna be Christmas. But you can't say that. You can't say that out loud. You can't say that.
Nope.
You gotta pretend. You gotta pretend to be a slave. Oh man, yeah, man, yeah. I'm down too, man. Yeah. Oh man, I can't pay my mortgage. I can't pay my rent, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You just gotta play along.
That's how you gotta move, honestly, because there's just fights and quarreling, and family Christmas dinner gets out of hand. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you alone. But shout out to the SMD family.
Thanks,
I
man.
love your channel, brother. I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna support. I love this platform. All right,
appreciate
all the best,
man. Thank you for jumping on, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, man. That was a good call. Thanks, man. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate that. Let me see. What you saying, Andre? What you up in there saying, man? When then politics and currency fails at the same time, something's gonna happen. Don't worry, LJ will lead you to the promised land. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm trying, man. You know, and you and I talked about that. I've been thinking about what you said to me, Andre. It's bigger than finances. You're right. It's bigger than finances. I agree. When things get really bad, other people knowing your business can be dangerous for sure. You cannot tell slaves anything, nothing. Andre said, affirmations are a daily requirement. Thank you for saying that, Andre. Hey, Toronto, this is what I do every morning. First, I'm going to tell you what I do. Every morning I get up, because I'm up before everybody. I set a chair in front of this window that I look out outside because it's sunny damn near every day here, right? And I thank the universe every single day. I thank the universe. The majority of people think it's crazy or whatever. It doesn't matter what other people outside of yourself think. I give thanks every single day where I'm at today, because had I not said these things out loud, I would not be here today. I would not be here to tell you that I don't have a job, because the only way you're going to own the time in your life, you cannot have a job. That's the only way you're going to know what it feels like to own 100% of the time in your life. That's the only way. There is no other way. You can't sort of have a job. You can't have a part-time job. And I'm not telling people to quit their job. I'm just telling you what you cannot do, what you will never be able to feel what it's like to have true wealth. True wealth is owning the time in your life, the most valuable commodity on earth. Why is it the most valuable? Because one day you're going to be dead. I'm going to be dead. So it's got to be time. You can't borrow none from anybody. It's yours. James says, LJ, every time you tell your story, it gives me extra motivation. I appreciate it, James, man. I really do, because I love telling my story. If you guys want to hear my whole story, join the SMD Members Only group. You guys can go to my video, click on my whole story. Okay, because let me put it this way. Getting where I am today, had I known life could be this good, be this wonderful for me, there is no way I would have did the things I did back in my 20s. There is no way. There is no way I would have did it. If I would have known where I was going to be today, I would go back to myself back in my 20s. I would have been like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Oh, no, you can't do none of that. No, you can't do no, because this is going to stop that. I know you don't see that yet, but if you keep doing this, you will never see that. What's up, Ameezy? What's going on, man? DH Budgets. What's up? Oh, hello there. How you doing? I recognize the picture. How you doing? LJ, thanks for your help and encouragement. Very much needed during my debt-free journey. And hello to all who are watching today. Hello, Dana. How are you? How you doing? Welcome. I'm glad you made it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you jumped on there. Did you get the alert, or you just happen to be on YouTube, or happen to search right now? How you doing? I hope you're having a happy Sunday. It's real, James. It's real, man. Like, let me tell you guys something. If you're in your 20s and 30s right now, I'm gonna tell you, just as a 50-year-old, I'm gonna tell you, first of all, you see me at 50. When you're in your 20s, you have this look of how a 50-year-old would look, right? 50 years old can look the way you want it to look. That's number one. Number two, remember, everything counts. Everything counts. Everything counts, especially the legal things. Especially the legal things. There's trap doors everywhere. There's trap doors everywhere. That's you. There's a future you that you're trying to get to, but the you now can prevent you from getting to the future you, because you're not always going to be the same person that you. I know when you're young, young people, this is what you forget. You look at things wrong, right? When you're young, you look at a 50-year-old person as old. No, you're young. You are new to earth, not me. You're new to earth, not me. So you could come to me. I could tell you some things that you don't know because you were never born. So you don't know it. Don't learn from the wrong people. Don't learn from people in debt. Don't learn from people that don't care about their lives. Don't learn from them. You're gonna mess yourself up if you do. Don't. I'm gonna say that one more time. Everything you do right now as a young person, all of it counts. You're not always gonna be young. Okay. Cosmic says, if you're in your 20s, keep your debts to zero and your monthly expenses low. Use the extra income to invest in things they pay you every month, quarter, and keep growing. And I'm talking about not only monetarily wise, I'm talking about legal wise. Everything counts. I know, hey man, that's just a misdemeanor. This is the felony. Hey man, all of it counts. Don't minimize anything. And I'm gonna tell you this is important. Now, if we were born without that voice in our head that tells you these things, because everybody has that voice. Hey man, maybe you shouldn't do that. Man, if you hang out with those dudes, man, you might that might be a problem. Yeah, if you do that, you can get some jail time for that. Oh man, if you do that, you could probably go to prison. There's always a voice. You can choose to ignore that voice, or you can listen to it. Thank God I listened to it. I didn't listen to it all the time. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I was perfect, but it was always there. And even the times that I didn't listen to that voice, it kept saying, hey man, yeah, I know you got away with it this time, but you keep doing it, it's gonna. And I'm gonna tell you this is what always happened to me in my life. Once the voice would always give me so many times to listen to it, and then it always put up a brick wall at the last time, like, this is the last time I'm gonna tell you this. This is the best way I can illustrate it. It was a brick wall, and the voice says, hey, this is the last time I'm going to tell you this. Don't do XYZ. I would always listen to when I hit the brick wall. I promise you. Every time I hit that brick wall, I listened. I said, oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop. Every time I stopped, I always moved to the next phase, level. I don't know how to describe that part, but it always moved me to the next whatever. Once I listened, I promise you. Keep income growing, focus on your health and continue. Yeah, health and money. I always focus on my health. Now, I've been slacking a little bit during this COVID. Don't think when you guys see my old pictures right now, my videos, how shredded I am. I'm not that shredded right now. Okay. Don't think I just don't think I have an 8-pack year round. Okay. That's especially right now. It's not right. But I would never let myself just go. All right. That will never happen ever. I will never let myself go ever, because I like living. I like breathing. I like walking. Okay. So any other questions, man? Appreciate that, man. I'm glad, you guys inspire me to keep going. When you guys jump on and tell me what my channel is doing, what I'm doing for you, how I've changed your life, I'm going to tell you guys something. When you discover your passion, you will know it when another person tells you that you've changed their life somehow, or you've done something. You know what I'm saying? They will tell you. Nobody accidentally comes up to another person and says, hey, you've changed my life. That doesn't happen accidentally. Nobody accidentally says that. That's not a common saying. Nobody does that. I promise you. Okay. It's my house acres. Welcome. Good advice. Thank you. You're much appreciated. I want to share my personal stories with you guys so you guys can understand. So you won't think you're crazy for listening to, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper so you guys can understand where I'm at. Okay. And this is where you understand this is why the universe is real, right? Walk outside and look at that big yellow burning thing in the sky. We call it the sun. It's there. It never goes out. It radiates heat, but just far enough away for it doesn't burn us up, but it's always there every year, and it's been there for millions of years. Who put it there? How does that thing keep burning? How does a seed, how can you take a seed? Somebody gives you a handful of seeds, right? And you can just hold them. You have no idea what they are. You don't know what it is, you know, and then, but if you put them in dirt, they turn into something. Are those seeds alive? No, they're not alive, but how do they know when they're in dirt? You put them in dirt, something sprouts up. How did they know that? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Once you get out of the matrix, once you get out of this world of people evaluating when you have stuff and you're only somebody if you college educated and whatever, get out of that world. Your whole world will change. Nothing will be the same ever. I promise you, it will never be the same. You will still fit in. I'm still walking around. I talk to people. I go to stores or whatever, but I don't feel the same as everybody else. I don't think the way they think. Your whole world will change soon as you find what's inside of you. Once you find what's inside of you, your whole life will change. Once you discover nothing happens except when you make it happen, your whole life will change. James Sadman says, damn, I feel like you talking to just me, LJ. I know I needed this talk. James, that's because you can hear me. Because you logically know that I'm just not talking to you. But if you feeling what I'm talking to you, you can hear me. Now, if you let another person hear the exact same message that you're hearing from me, call up one of your friends, say, hey, man, listen to this dude. I want you to listen to this part where he's just talking to me. He'll look at you like you're crazy. What are you talking about? He ain't saying nothing. Then you got to think to yourself, how come I can hear it and he can't or she can't? Because they're not ready. They're not ready to hear it. Lottery Guru says, LJ, do you recommend opening an account with a credit union or a regular bank? I'm through a credit union. I haven't physically walked into a bank or a credit union in years, so I really don't ever need to, but I'm with a credit union. Andre says a credit union first, and Lottery Guru, I would suggest listening to Andre. I would for sure, until you become. Now, Lottery Guru, just listen to the first statement he said. You're probably not going to understand the second statement. Just start with the first statement first, okay? Start with that first. Then you'll probably later understand the second statement. Gracefully Me, welcome. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great evening. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Frank Lope says, been thinking about switching from, I'm assuming you're saying bank to a credit union. Chase to a local credit union, I heard in the long run might help out. I really don't look at banks and credit unions like that. I don't think they're helping me do anything. I don't think one is special more than the other. I don't look at, once you get out of debt, you really don't look at them like that. They're not really anything special. You know, they're not, I don't know. It's just different. Life for Business says, be careful with credit union. MCU, you will be on the phone for 1 hour before you speak to someone. Do the research first. I don't communicate with if I need to communicate with my credit union, I log into my account and I send them an email within their service GUI, right? I don't really talk to anybody. And when they call me, when the bank calls me, they're usually trying to offer me a credit card or increase a limit on something or whatever. Oh, excuse me. Any other questions? I hate to go deep on you like that, but I'm gonna do more of that in the members only group, because a lot of people, it's almost a waste of time to talk about that side of me on the free side of this channel, because people will never get it. They just don't understand that type of stuff. You know, even if I pointed out, hey, look at the sun. How is it there? Who put it there? You know, people are like, I don't care. Okay, whatever. Any questions? Thank you for those questions. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate, let me tell you guys something. I appreciate everything. I appreciate the people that I've met. I appreciate where I'm at in life. I appreciate where I live. I appreciate what I have. I appreciate where I'm going. I appreciate freedom. If you've never, I've never not had a job. If you've always had a job all your life, again, I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm just saying something to you. You cannot, to own the time in your life, you cannot have a job. You can't, because your time, I'm just saying that to you, right? If you've never experienced owning the time in your life, it's the most unexplainable feeling that I can ever tell you. I can't explain it anymore. It's unbelievable. Okay? It's unbelievable. James says, LJ, you're right. You're walking in your passion. I always felt different. It's very cool to find people on the same mission as me. Exactly, James. And once you understand that, we call ourselves aliens here. Once you understand and accept that you're an alien, you won't care about what people say that haven't found themselves or believe in whatever and they're deep in debt. You want it. I don't even hear slaves. I don't hear them. They try to argue. There's a lot of slaves on Facebook. They always try to argue with me on Facebook of the things I say financially. They always try to argue with me on my channel, on my Facebook page, on mine. It's like this. They argue with me on my Facebook page. I just say to them, you can leave, you can block me, you can unfollow me, but they never do. They don't even know why they stay. You know why they stay? Because they know I'm right. That's why they stay. I'm not going to, if I go to somebody's Facebook page and they're saying things I don't like, I just unfollow them. I don't want to hear them. I don't want to talk to them. I'm not going to argue with you. But the people that follow me, they stay. And they just want to come on. Oh, that's not right, LJ. Yes, it is. You know why it's right? Because you're here. You haven't left for years. You've been following me on Facebook, trying to argue with me for years. But they don't know that. And you are welcome, James. Welcome to the SMD family. Welcome being a proud alien. I'm an alien. I'm proud to say it too. I don't care people's job titles. I don't care what kind of car they drive. I don't care what the kind of house they live in. I don't care what neighborhood they live in. If you are in debt, you are a slave. Frank Lope says, I mean, for future business after I pay off. Oh, yeah, that's different. That's different. I don't know. Andre Cosmic, if you're still in there, I'm not sure. I'm not really, don't know that area too well, Frank, and I don't want to steer you wrong for sure. I don't want to do that. James says, LOL, I know I'm right about debt. Numbers don't lie. Yeah. But to save yourself frustration, James, don't argue with slaves that don't believe in don't trust mathematics. You're just going to frustrate yourself. You're going to leave mad. You're going to leave upset. And you got to think about it. You're upset. You'll be upset because they don't trust math. That doesn't even make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Reality Game says, can you explain about about not having a car in your name if it's paid off? I understand if you have child support and an ex-wife, what's the benefit of a car not being in your name if it isn't for business? Just another layer from being sued by slaves or something. It's just another thing of not having another layer between you and slaves from being sued or something that they just can't see. Like, listen to Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey has nothing in his name, nothing. His cars, nothing. Houses, nothing. Nothing. It's just an extra layer between you, and I'm sure Andre can explain that a little more too, but it's another extra layer between you and people that are chasing money, right? Because you got to remember, people in debt don't even know money doesn't exist for them. Money doesn't even exist in any form. Gold, cryptocurrency, cash, euros. If you are in debt, money doesn't even exist for you. It's not even real, but people chase it. They don't really realize they're chasing money because they're running from debt. So they're doing anything to get a quick dollar. They're quick to sue. They're quick to do whatever, fall on your property, hurt themselves, whatever, for a few $1,000s. Hell, you watch shows. They're killing people for insurance money. If you get as far as wanting to kill another human being for green pieces of paper, that's a whole nother level of unconsciousness, a whole level. Okay. You're welcome, James, man. You come here, man. You want to fit in. You want to be, you want some help to bring out your alienism out of you proudly. Come to this channel, baby, right here. I'll be more than happy to help you. I will walk in a crowd and say, hey, I'm an alien. You don't really understand that. They won't even understand what you're talking about. What are you talking about? You're alien. What they won't get it. Slaves won't get that. They won't understand when you call yourself an alien. They will not understand. So don't worry about that. Shout out to James Sandman for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. You are welcome. All right, you guys, we're gonna wrap this up, man. I gotta get going. I gotta hit this road. I enjoyed today's conversation. I enjoyed the questions. I didn't really plan on going deep into my spiritual side of things, but I appreciate you guys asking. I'm getting some good guidance, the right guidance that I need. Appreciate you, Andre, man. I really do. Andre is a person that I needed his type of knowledge. That's the best way I can explain it. It's the type of knowledge that I've been looking for that I didn't know how to ask for. So people like Andre, just like when I'm helping people out of debt, I can see what they need. If I'm planning on going to a level or puzzle, I don't even know what that's called, right? But those are the questions that I need answered. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way I can explain that. I'm sure once I reach this now, I'll know how to speak right? I don't really know what I'm saying right now, but I know what I'm looking for, okay? It's completely about liability. Yep, that is why I don't own one. See what I'm saying? That's what it means. Exactly. What's up, Nicole? Hey, I didn't see you sneak in here. What's going on? All right, you guys have a wonderful Sunday, all right? Until next time, I will make sure I get a far ahead enough notice so you guys can get on here and join the cast. Don't forget, before I leave, here's my Cash App. If you enjoyed the show, there's my Cash App. And if you're ready for a consultation, there's my website at there, SavingsMinusDebt.com. There you go. It's a free 30-minute consultation. Please don't forget to hit that like button. And if you would like to share the channel, this is the easiest way to share it. Just tell them to Google the hashtag SavingsMinusDebt. All right. And I will be the only one that populates in that Google search. All right. Please don't forget to subscribe. All right. And we're going to go ahead and end this. All right, Frank Lopes, have a good one. You guys have a wonderful, safe weekend. Do the same. Appreciate you. All right, until next time. See you guys later.